Subscribe the channel for tech-related updates and press the bell icon for instant notifications.
Hi, we have started a new section on this channel which will focus on photography. And today is the second video of this section. My name is Rakesh and you're watching Tech Today. So in the previous video of this section, we did the re-unboxing and had basic overview of this camera which I've been using for some time now. And in today's video, we're going to focus on the physical overview and some basic features which we get on this camera. So without wasting any time, let's get started with this video. So in the previous video, we did the unboxing of this Sony Alpha 6300, which is a mirrorless camera. If you have not watched that video already, the link of the video is given somewhere on the top. In this video, we're going to focus on other physical overviews and some basic features of this camera. Alright, so let's switch on this camera. And this is how this lens pops out. This is completely mechanical lens which runs on motors installed in it. Let's remove this lens cap. And this is how this lens looks from the front. So we have this lever on the left of this lens for zoom in and zoom out. You can see how this lens moves in and out when we operate it with this lever. So this is the mode dial which can be adjusted for various shooting methods. If you will put it on auto, the entire thinking work will be done by the camera. In terms of ISO, aperture or shutter speed, camera will going to decide all these readings to produce the best of the results. If on auto mode we focus on any of the object, you can see few of the focus points are visible on the screen. So we need to press the shutter button to click the image. Now you can see I'm placing my hand on the viewfinder sensor and the screen has got turned off. So if you want to view through the viewfinder, the screen will automatically get turned off and will save some battery for you. So this articulating screen will help you to take low angle shots like this. Once you press the half shutter, you can see autofocus points on the screen. And to click the image, we need to press the shutter completely, like this. Using this dial, we can control the ISO. Press it on right side for ISO. Most of you would be aware what ISO is. So here, either you can put it on auto and let the camera decide ISO for you, or you can manually change it. It starts from 100. And can go up to more than 26,000. While clicking an image, the higher ISO will produce brighter images, but always remember the ISO is not the natural way of increasing the exposure for your image. If you'll increase your ISO, you will get higher noise in your image. On higher ISOs, your image will not be very sharp. So that's the advantage of manual mode. Right combination of shutter speed, aperture and ISO produces the best quality of images. If you'll rotate this dial, you can adjust the shutter speed. The secondary dial is for aperture setting. Let me try to show you how aperture works. Here I am moving this aperture dial, and if you can see, the lens opening is increasing and decreasing accordingly. The higher the aperture value, the lower will be the opening of the lens. And this aperture only plays a big role to get images with background blurred. On the widest open lenses, we get images with blurred background. So when you are shooting in manual mode, you can adjust all three values of aperture, shutter speed and ISO. We have also got modes like shutter speed, aperture and program. If you are shooting in shutter speed mode, the aperture and ISO will be decided by the camera and you can adjust the shutter speed. This you can use for shooting some sports event where you need to click pictures in fraction of seconds and you don't have time to adjust the aperture or the ISO levels. And if you are planning to shoot in aperture mode, you can control your aperture and rest ISO and shutter speed will be decided by the camera. If the background blur is your priority, then you can always use this mode. I'll be discussing all these modes in detail in my upcoming videos. And this is the program mode. Program mode gives you an intelligent combination of shutter speed and aperture value. And when will you shoot in this mode? When you want to focus only on two things: the exposure of your image, that means the ISO, and you're concentrating on your surroundings to click images. The program mode is also flexible, where you can adjust settings accordingly. Now you can see I'm using the side lever for zoom in and zoom out. So this is one of the custom buttons which is currently configured for this camera for focusing modes. So these are the focusing modes available on this camera. So like we have single shot autofocus if we need to click a single image. So we have automatic autofocus, which is generally used in normal conditions. This is continuous autofocus if you're focusing on a moving subject. So this is dual focusing, manual plus automatic. And this is completely manual focus. So focusing is itself a complete topic in itself, which I will cover in detail in some other video. So this is the second custom button, which is customized for deciding the focus area. Again, here we have multiple options to select from, like wide when you want to focus on the entire frame, zone when you want to focus on a particular area on the screen, and after selecting this you can also move it around on the screen. Next is center. So in this mode, camera will always focus on the center of the screen. And this is flexible focus mode, which can help you to focus on a specific subject and which is adjustable to any extent, and you can move it around to any part of the screen. We can also lock our focus when we are shooting in the manual mode, so that every time you need not to adjust your focus. This is specifically used when you are shooting on a static subject. Alright, so using this function button, we can transfer these images which are shot on this camera to any of the smartphones which has the Sony application installed. So once you press this option, it will start to locate the smartphone, and on the smartphone we need to scan this code, and this image will automatically get transferred to your phone, which will save you a lot of time while transferring images using USB cables. So these are the few basic settings of this camera which you can change as per your requirement. Like, what is the resolution you are expecting on your images? If you are shooting for large prints, then you can select 24 megapixel. Or if you are shooting for social media, then you can shoot it in 12 megapixel or even 6 megapixel, which also saves a lot of space in your memory card. What should be the aspect ratio of your image? Aspect ratio we can select 3:2 or 16:9. Generally for photographs we use 3:2 ratio. What quality of the image do you want? Generally the professional photographers shoot in RAW format, which captures all the details of the image. RAW plus JPG will capture large space on your memory card. Extra fine is the highest quality which this camera produces, and you can directly use that image without processing. RAW images cannot be used directly without processing in the softwares like Lightroom. These are the video formats which we can select for video recording, starting from 4K to MP4. We have many other settings this camera offers, which will take at least an hour to explain. You can also download some applications on this camera like motion shots, multiple exposure, touchless shutter, etc. If you'll click on the left side of this dial pad, these are the shooting modes we get on this camera. This single shooting mode is for shooting single image at one point of time. Continuous shooting is for clicking images at high burst. This mode is also called sports mode. Here it can capture 11 images per second. I'll try to demonstrate that. Another two modes are for self-timer. So now I have selected this burst mode and will keep pressing this shutter release button. Here I am unmuting the sound to show you how fast this camera can click these images. Here this red light shows the camera is processing these images and storing in the memory card. Here we can also select modes like high, medium or low. In case of high, it will shoot 11 images in the second. In case of mid, 9 images, and in case of low, 7 images per second. And you can check this again. So this was the physical overview of this camera. So in the previous video I missed to show you that we also get a carry bag for this camera when we purchase it from Amazon. So this was the bag which I got when I purchased this camera from Amazon. This is also from Sony. For this camera it is a nice and decent bag, but if you are planning to increase your lenses, then this bag will not be good enough for you. So in this pocket you can keep your charging cable, spare batteries or spare memory card. As of now, I'm keeping my spare lenses in this bag. I'll be covering these lenses in my upcoming videos and will also explain when to use which lens. So this is it for this video, but I'm promising you to get more content on photography which will help you to improve your skills. If you want to follow me on Instagram, the link is given below in the description box. I hope you would have liked this video, and if you really did, hit that like button and share with your friends. Until now, if you have not subscribed to our channel, hit this red button and don't forget to hit that bell icon which will give you instant notifications about the videos which we keep on uploading on our channel. Thanks for watching Tech Today.